In the darkest nights, we find our light. Battered souls, but we won't lose sight. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, we stand tall. United forever. Strength and courage will overcome. Oh, surviving together, victorious, and never alone. Hand in hand, we'll face the unknown.
We see you, we hear you, and we believe you. Hey everyone, how you doing today? Let me adjust this down just a tad. All right, that's better. Excuse the hair. It is just, once it has a mind of its own today. So, how is everybody? Welcome to Surviving Together. It's where you've landed this afternoon. And I hope everyone is so excited for our Clothesline project debut. I know I am. Here at Surviving Together, it's a safe space for trauma survivors to connect on their healing journey, form community, as well as providing trauma-related education for all. And before I get into the chat, hang on one second, guys. I have got to copy something. I forgot to. One second. It's coming up. Okay, here we go. Let me copy this over. All right, there we go. All right. So first off, let me just say hi to everyone who is here so far. Looks like we have Indigo Twin joining us. And Indigo, I've not forgotten about you. I have just been super busy and haven't researched our subject yet. So I will be in touch, though. Kamal, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's see. We have Seventh is here. Yay! Riseability with possibilities. Hello, Sharon. How are you doing? I'm so glad you're here. I tried to send you an email, but I missed one letter. So you'll get an email after this. Mustang Mike is in the house. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I appreciate it. Hope things on the East Coast are going well. We have Crystal Phoenix, and of course, she'll be joining me here in a moment. Crystal M, I hope you are doing well today. Angelique Marquez, thank you for joining us. I am so happy you're here. Hello, Rudy. How are you? Rudy, we're not going to be doing numbers today or times. So if you have anything to, add to the chat in terms of what we're talking about, that'd be great. Otherwise, please refrain from doing any of your numbers. I would really appreciate it. And we have Lord Chris Freak in the house. How are you? I'm hoping your weather is at least somewhat mild. It's here today. I won't say great, but it's the sun just doesn't really want to come out. It comes out and then it hides away again. Crystal, excited to see all our shirts. Yes, everything is anonymous, guys. There are no names associated with any of the shirts. If you want to shout out that, one's yours, or you want to put something in the chat in regards to why you made the t-shirt you did, you're more than welcome to. We just weren't going to out anybody in particular. So feel free to comment as you wish. Saya loves podcasts. Hello, welcome. I see your link through Crystal. That is wonderful. I'm so glad to have you here this afternoon. And Glitter World is here. Welcome, Glitter. I am glad you are here as well. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? The Bud Files is here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's Body Illusion. I thought I saw your name. Hey, girl, how you doing? I am glad to see you. Mayonnaise. Yes, you made it. You are absolutely on time. Oh my gosh, Chris, it's snowing. Well, keep it up north. I don't need any more snow. My trees are confused enough. They're like, can we bud? No. Yes? No. Okay, we'll bud, but we just won't do anything. The weather here is typical for this time of year. Typical for this time of year. Okay. All right. I have a couple announcements to make before we actually get into debuting the Clothesline project. And then I'm going to bring Crystal here on up. Reaction therapy, link through Crystal. Thank you for being here. So glad you are here. And Mike F is here. I am glad you are here as well. Thank you guys all for joining me on this Saturday. I really appreciate it. We are very excited about our project, but I also am excited about a little other project I started, kind of on a whim, kind of not. I had kind of been thinking about it, but somebody kind of came up with a name and I loved it. And if you didn't get to see my post announcement, I have started a second YouTube channel. Yes, I am a glutton for punishment, as if running one is not enough. It is, and I'm going to post it here in the chat. The name may change a little bit. Right now, it's Law Ninja Mac. I'm not sure if I'm going to go by Mac over there or if I'm going to go by my given name. We'll see. But it will be all true crime. I won't be covering every case, not every case that's even in the news. It needs to have something to do with either SA, CP, CSA. I'm getting used to doing my acronyms for the channel, right? Trauma, although with most of these major cases, there's going to be some form of trauma that I can talk about, but I'm not covering the cases like just to cover them because, oh, look, this new case that's in the news type of thing. No, I've got to have something really to say about it, to say about the victims, to say about the trauma aspect of it. So right now there is no content. I will admit that. I am trying to get my videos in my true crime playlist downloaded somehow onto my computer so that I can re-upload them to that channel. Haven't figured that out yet. And the one that I do have access to, I need to edit a little bit because I say welcome to Surviving Together, and that might confuse people just a tad bit if they're over there. So if you're interested in true crime, if you're interested in hearing the things that I have to say, cases that I've brought to you occasionally here, like the Joel Skurnek case or Giselle Pellico, those types of things. And there'll be a bigger variety as well. But I encourage you, please head on over to my second channel, to Law Ninja, and sub up. I am going to do an inaugural live when I hit 50, just because I can. I don't know if most of them will be in live format. I don't know what days or times I'll go on. I'm flying by the seat of my pants with this. I may just do videos. We'll see. It's just kind of, a place to put my true crime stuff for now. And we'll see how things go in terms of being able to actively manage it, actively put, more content on it that I would like to do. So we'll see. I mean, I've got a ton of cases swimming around in my head, older cases that I'd love to cover, that I have stuff that I want to talk about. But I'm at 25 subs, I think, as of this morning. So I just need 25 more and we're there. So if you can sub up over there, I greatly appreciate it. If there's something you're interested in. And let's see what else. Crystal, I'm getting it to you. Hang on a second. The April schedule, it may change a bit. still going on the days that I'm going on. I may have a few special lives. I've got some guests that I'm trying to get on for a couple of different topics, and I'm not sure if our regular live times are going to work for them. So we'll see. Look forward to May. I've already got 2 dates in May scheduled. I'm really looking forward to it. The guests are going to have to be after the 10th, though. So whatever that following Wednesday is, because otherwise, guys, I'm going to be going live from my parents' house. They're going to Hawaii, and I am house sitting for a week and a half. And they have 2 dogs. I'm going to probably try my first live over there. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if the dogs stay quiet. If they don't, then I will just have to pop over to my house, do the lives, and I'll pop back. That's not a problem at all. Hey, Big Jack, how you doing today? Glad you are here. I think there were some other people who swung in. Either that or you guys were just using real names and I didn't recognize something. Oh, Janet's here. Hello, Janet. How are you doing? I hope things are well. I will definitely I will definitely talk to you later. Stop saying the S word. It's April. Yeah, no snow talk. No snow talk. All right. I think I got everybody who popped in so far. So without further ado, let me bring up Crystal and we're going to talk a little bit about our Clothesline project. And then we will present what we ended up doing. Hello there, dear. How are you today?
Doing the one thing everybody knows I
Miss
hate,
Crystal?
cleaning. But we put so much work into this project that I had to come for the present. So I'm taking a break from the bane of my life, laundry, and I'm here. And I'm really, really excited. And I am going to definitely say thank you so much, Tom, for being here. Reaction therapy he's a licensed therapist and he does reactions to different shows from a therapist point of view. He's an amazing guy. And he's already reacted to one of the songs that I've done.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so I just wanted to,
Perfect.
give a shout out. I did, guys, if you're on my channel, I did post Mac's new channel link on mine. So please sub. And I also put reaction therapy on my link as well for you guys. So guys, you know how we are. Let's support each other. What we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And reaction, I'd love to have a conversation with you as well. If you are interested in any of the content that I do over here, please send me an email, SurvivingTogether, SASS at gmail.com. It is in every video description, so you can find it down there as well. You were about to say something else.
I forgot. You know me, my ADHD brain.
No? Okay.
But
I thought I cut you off.
All I was gonna say is thank you, Saya, for coming.
Okay.
Because
all right.
Saya's always so busy. She's actually one of my LinkedIn connections. And so her jumping in over here, I always really appreciate. So I really appreciate all you guys, and let's get to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris is telling me that Law Ninja now has 31 subs. Woo! Go, 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 go. So yeah, I'll be shouting out the channel for probably the next few lives. In terms of this channel, guys, we are just shy of needing 50 more subs to reach 500.
Same here. That's so funny. We are both at the same number.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah. So guys, if you're interested in what I do over here, if you're interested in Crystal's content, check them both out. Sub up if you can. Hit that like button, whatever channel you're on, if you could. That helps with our algorithm, as well as leaving comments after the show. And feel free to share out any of our content. Sharing the videos also helps with the algorithm, helps show that there's interest in the content that we're doing. and therefore the YouTube algorithm will push it out more. So we're just shy of, or I should say, I need just over 300 watch hours to make that 500,
I don't even
3,000
want to.
mark. So
Yeah.
worry about the watch hours.
Watch
I'll
hours.
worry about
no.
the watch hours when I get to the 500. So we'll see what happens there.
Trying
Isn't
a
it
different brand of
amazing? I
Rooster.
know. Lord Chris is saying his channel has over 90. Ooh, nice.
Mhm.
Chris has over 90 subscribes and he rarely posts anything. That just goes to show that everybody loves you.
Yeah.
I know it's odd. And we, you know, I've spoken with this about you, Crystal, and with other content creators who have definitely more of a niche topic that we do, that it's not, you know, strictly for entertainment. So it's not something that people are just going to, you know, click on and then just keep clicking through videos because they're wasting their time on a Friday night or something. People come here to actually, and they stay because of the content that we do. And so growing organically has been the way to go. And we're just continuing to do that. And I'm hoping that by the end of this quarter, which would be the end of June, that we'll be able to hit that 500 mark. And I think that's doable for both of us, you know, 50 more subs in the next couple of months, 2.5 months. Perfect. So
thank you, Jack, for the sub.
All right, so let's. Oh, woohoo! See, one more closer. If you guys don't know, the Clothesline project we started. So we started this back in February and started announcing it. We had a couple of craft days along the way. So those of you who don't know, the Clothesline project is a project that was started out of Massachusetts. There was a women's group there, and they started it to break the silence around sexual and domestic violence.
Yep.
And what they did is people just created T-shirts. So took a blank T-shirt and wrote whatever they wanted to. And we call it Speak Your Truth. And Crystal is wearing one of hers that you will see in our montage that we'll be playing shortly. It's too cold here for me to wear my T-shirt that I had, so I didn't. Sorry about that. But we expanded it to include also, you know, mental health as well, mental health issues that are extremely important. And since we're here on a virtual platform, we can't actually have any of our T-shirts and just, you know, hang them out on a big rod and show them all to you. So we also accepted online creations, you know, things that you use with graphics programs. That was fine too. And we got some wonderful things that were sent to us that were made that way. And we chose today because it is National Hangout Day, meaning it's National Hang Out Your Laundry Day. So, we're going to hang out all the laundry. We are going to hang out our truths, right? We're going to air the dirty laundry, so to speak, as well. Just an FYI for everybody, it's also National Humor Day. So interesting collide with those two for us anyway.
Well, I mean, hanging out with.
Thanks to David for letting me know about that.
Thank you, Janet, for sharing.
You know, we can take different ways.
Yep. So, I'm okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm into
Perfect.
This
So, you're what? You cut out.
I'm really excited to do it. To
Crystal?
get it out there.
You cut out. I couldn't hear you.
My mic cut out. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yes. Without further ado, let's play the montage. You will see a slide at the end. Crystal did the video for this and put that all together. Sharon Byrne, who is here as Risability with Possibilities Are Infinite. She did the lyrics for the song. And big shout out to both of you guys for putting it together for me. I would never have been able to. So let me add this to the stage.
and the last second edits because somebody forgot to send me
There
their
you go.
t-shirt.
I did, but I sent it to you through the chat, not in an
Yeah.
email. That's how it got lost. Yeah, we my camera's freezing.
It did for like 1 second. I think it was when you were uploading.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take us off the screen and go ahead and play this, and hopefully it won't freeze for any of you guys. So thank you all who contributed to this project. Thank you all for being here. And without further ado, let's just play this.
Oh no. Can't. Mac, we can't hear the lyric. We can't hear the music.
Really?
Mhm.
Do you want to try and share it?
I can. Oh.
You guys can't hear the lyrics. Let me take my mic off.
Okay, give me 1 second to pull it up on mine. And give me 1 more second, guys. Okay, you want me to try it? Let's see. Oh, shoot. I'm ready whenever you are. But I think you guys might need to approve it. Okay. Yeah, you gotta. Oh, that was weird.
I was born with a whisper, not a roar in my chest. Told to stay silent, to just do my best. But strength isn't loudness, it's rising each day. With scars on my spirit, I carved out my way. Now I see the power in every breath I take, and I won't stand still for silence sake. I found my voice in the fire, in the rise after fall, in the strength of my spirit when I had nothing at all. Now I stand, now I speak for the ones still unheard. We are more than our limits, we are truth in each word. Together we rise, together we fight, with ability, purpose, and soul, igniting light. You said I was broken, but I've never been more whole. My body may differ, but I carry a gold soul. From silence to shouting, from hiding to shine. This voice is my weapon, my purpose, my sign. For the child who's afraid, for the dreamer denied, for the ones who are muted, and those who still hide. You are worthy of rising, of breaking the chain. Let's stand up together and dance through the pain. We speak not just for ourselves, but for the millions who were told they were less. We rise not in defiance, but in love, resilience, and nothing but yes. found our voice in the fire, and the truth we now claim, in the power of movement and embracing our name. We're the spark, we're the shift, we're the pulse of new days. Raisability guiding our voices ablaze. We rise to inspire, to lead and ignite, with bodies that move and hearts full of light. Rise, rise, rise with me. Speak the truth, set the world free. Rise, rise, rise in light. You were born to be more than the night. They said I was broken, but I've never been more whole, more whole. My body may differ, but I carry a gold soul. From silence to shouting, from hiding to shine, this voice is my weapon, my purpose, my sign. For the child who's afraid, for the dreamer denied, for the ones who are muted and those who still hide. You are worthy of rising, of breaking the shine. We stand up together and they're breaking the chain. For the child who's afraid, for the dreamer denied, for the ones who are muted and those who still hide. You are born. Walls are still hiding alive. We speak not just for ourselves, but for the millions who were told they were less. We rise not in defiance, but in love, resilience, and nothing but yes.
We found our voice in the fire.
And funny enough, it wasn't the final edit because we were missing your shirt. And that's how many times I had to edit, guys. You're muted, Mac. Mac, you're muted. There we go.
There we go. All right. There we go. So yes, Crystal and I will both be putting this out as a video, and so we'll have a few final edits. So we'll add my shirt in, and we'll fix that first slide real quick. And so, but there you guys go. That is the majority of them. And I do have to say, so everything there except for a couple were t-shirts that were submitted to us. Crystal did, because she is out in the world a lot more than I am now. And she found two people who were wearing just the most amazing t-shirts. So if you see people wearing a shirt that a photo was taken of, those were photos of real people out in the world at some stores. And
they were both
truths.
Yeah, they were both customers at my work, and I told them what I was doing and asked them, do you mind if I take a picture and put it in my clothesline project? And they said absolutely. So, and also Sharon's brother is going to be sharing the video on TikTok as well, promoting it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
absolutely wonderful. We should probably, if he's going to do that, we should probably add both of our channels on that final page.
I can do that. Or at least make him tag it.
Somehow. So it'd be easy for somebody to link up to either one of us. Yeah, so, that would be great as well. Perfect.
Do you want to show the poster where it has all of it? Like all the shirts and everything that I did, the stationaries.
Did you send that to me in an email?
No, I think I just sent it
on the phone.
But I could actually pull them up too.
I was gonna say probably easier for you to do.
Give me 1 second.
Can you send it to me in an email though? As well, that'd be great. Yeah, I have difficulty. I have to download something from my phone and then have to email it to myself so I can pull it up on my computer. And it's kind of a pain in the
I'm just gonna present it through Canva just because I'm not wanting to really mess with anything right now.
That's
And
fine.
yes,
So we'll be
Sharon.
posting this up. Yeah, we can put that on the final one too, on the final slide, Sharon.
So
Either on the
here,
slide or description or whatever.
right here is the shirt that wasn't in that particular music video.
Oh yeah. So down here in the corner, you see the "Believe Me, I Was 4. It's My Truth." That is one that I made during our first crafting project.
Yeah.
And so here is, and I love the rope. I didn't see it because I was looking at my phone when you put the two different. I'm like, what's different? I can't find it. But she put a little, Crystal put a little rope in between so you can see, you know. So we're hanging them all out, and so this has just kind of a montage. And I'll probably, what I'll do is I'll put that up in a community post and link the video or something like that. So
same here.
All righty.
So
great. Thank you so much. I know you've got some cleaning to get back to, and we've got some self-defense tips to talk about. So
I'm gonna, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna actually let it stream.
Sure.
Because I've got a streaming to LinkedIn and my channel. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to just let it stream, you know, because you are trying to get out there on LinkedIn as well. I figure just let it go, and when you end it, it'll end on its own. So
it will. Okay. Well, I'll also text you and let you know that it's ended.
I'll pop in and out. I'm just going to be in the next room. You just pull me off stage, no worries. And hey, Queen Kaylin, I love you.
Do I need to leave you added to the stage in order for it to stream? Okay. All right. Perfect.
No, you can put me backstage.
All right.
So thank you so much, guys, for all of your love and support, and the whole, you know, self-defense tips. If I can get enough of my laundry folded, God, I hate laundry. We've had this discussion. I might jump back over because I was taught self-defense at a very young age, and with everything that I've gone through, if I can jump back in, I will.
Okay,
just to throw out some,
add to the conversation. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
So I love all of you guys. You are all amazing people. Thank you so much for being here, supporting, submitting your shirt, and just supporting us while we were creating and just being there with us. Thank you again, Sharon, Byrne, for all of your amazing support when I wanted to break my computer making these presentations yesterday. And for doing the lyrics for us. You did an amazing job. The lyrics were absolutely beautiful. I can't thank you enough for, keeping my brain in my head and my computer in one piece. So I love you all, and I will see you in a bit, but I've got to get some chores done.
All righty. We'll see ya. Bye. All right, guys. Let's see. Queen Manic is in the house, 420. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Linked up through Crystal. I appreciate it very much so. I don't think I missed anybody else who came in. Brian is here. Hello, Brian. How are you doing? I'm so glad that you are here. And Todd as well. And I hate laundry. I have some that I have to fold. Thankfully, when David was here, he didn't have enough for a full load for his laundry. So I'm like, I've got laundry that can go in. So they got washed, but I still have to fold it now, and I'll put it away. So I'll get to it. Let's see. Alyssa is here, stitching it up, capturing country life. Oh, no, you didn't. Alyssa, you did not mail it to the wrong person. I actually had you send it to my mom. I just forgot to mention to her that it was going to be coming. Because I was something I was going to gift to her anyway, because I knew that she would like it. And I don't get out a whole lot. So no, it was perfect. It was perfect. There's absolutely no worries, no issues, no problems. We're all set, Alyssa. Do not worry. Do not worry at all. So look for the video to be published probably sometime in the next day or so, probably this weekend. I will also put up the collective of all the t-shirts probably in a post. That way you guys can look at it, zoom in, do whatever, so you can see each of the t-shirts. And I agree with you, Crystal. I think that some of those would make for great merch as well. When that is all set and ready to go, I may contact some of you and get your permission to use it on some merchandise. I am working with David in order to do that. And that way I don't have to handle inventory or mailing or anything like that. You guys will just get a link and it will go directly to my part of the store on his website. And you can feel free to check out everybody else's as well. But that is in the works. So I think most of the background stuff is being done and we're getting ready for the creative side. So again, please, if you have any merch ideas, things that you would like to see, phrases you'd love to see on a shirt or a hoodie, or if there's a type of merchandise that you would like, please let me know. I would really love your input. This is going to be merch for the community. So I want community input on this. So if you have anything, please drop it in the comments after the show. I really, really appreciate it. If it's something you just don't feel comfortable with dropping in comments because you don't want everyone to see, feel free to email me, SurvivingTogether, sass@gmail.com. I'm happy to take suggestions that way as well. Hoodies and hats. Okay. What kind of hats, Todd? Beanies or like regular hats? So you'll have to let me know. Todd, do you hate the dishwasher? I did as well. I'm coming to terms with the dishwasher. My son and I have worked out a pretty good system for, I load it, he empties it, and it's working out fairly well. Laundry's still kind of the bane of my existence, but you know, what are you going to do? I'd rather vacuum than do laundry, which is saying a whole hell of a lot if you knew me growing up, because I hated vacuuming. But one of the main reasons I hated vacuuming growing up, anybody else, my parents had canister vacs. So that was where you had the canister and then the big long hose that actually went to the part that you would vacuum with, to the wand and everything. And reason being, supposedly back in the day, they were more powerful than the uprights. Now I don't know if one of them is, one of them's going to be, I don't know if one of them is more powerful than the other. I have an upright and I don't mind vacuuming. It's all in one, but dragging that canister around, anybody else do that? Oh, especially when you had to go upstairs or things like that. What a pain in the patootie. Rudy, we're not doing numbers today. If please refrain. If you continue, I'm going to have to block you on this channel. I'm sorry, but it's bothersome to some of the members and triggering to some others. So I really need for you to respect the chat and respect the channel rules. All right. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ball caps, I heard, but that was from Crystal. So Todd, I still don't know what you still know what kind of hat you're looking at. Let me know. Crystal, you had central vac when you were growing up? Wow. Is that common in Canada? I wonder. Because it was only the richest of the rich families who had central vac. That was a really big thing for a while. And I remember going over to the first person's house who had it, and I was amazed. I'm like, oh, you don't have to drag this big old canister around. You just take the hose and you just plug it into the wall in whatever room you happen to be in. I was in heaven. I was absolutely in heaven. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what she means, Indigo. The ones that you just plugged in when you were around the house. Janet, you hate Central. Well, I've never had it, so I can't say. I just know that I love the idea versus lugging that big old canister around, which invariably I would pull on it to get it closer, right? Because I had to get farther where I was, and I would bang it into the wall. I mean, I took so many chips out of the corners of the wall, bang it into furniture. That thing was like practically indestructible. I can't say the rest of our contents of our house, but I won't even try to pronounce that vacuum, Janet. A meal or melee. I'm not sure if it's a French sounding or what. Miles and miles of hose with central back. Yeah, I can see how that would be a pain because you only have like the one spot in the one room. And if you need to get to the far side of the room, depending on how big the house is, I can see that would be a pain. But if you have a large room, you would have to have like multiple access points, right? But what about, did anybody ever have those? It was like a flip lever, right? So it would be down like this, but you could flip it up and it was just like a vent access, but it was vacuum. And so if you're sweeping, you just swept all your crumbs right into there. That's heaven. That's heaven for me. Okay, Carmel is seconding you on the vacuum. I won't say it's something we don't have in the US or it's not very common in the US because I have absolutely no idea. It's been years and years and years since I last bought a vacuum. But next time I need one, I am definitely going to have to check this out. So everyone, there's the spelling on the vacuum, M-I-E-L-E. If you need a vacuum, according to Janet and Carmel, they are the best around. So you guys can check it out. It's German. Okay. Where's Mock when you need her? And your dishwasher is that brand as well. That is something I'm probably going to need, though I may need a new furnace and an AC before I need a dishwasher. So we'll see. Unfortunately, I'm kind of getting to that point where some major appliances are going to have to be replaced here, which has taken a back seat financial wise for me, because as you guys know, I've got this trip to Salt Lake City that I need to buy a plane ticket to. We got the book launch in New York City in the fall, so I'm gonna have to save for that, as well as the actual book fees themselves. So I've kind of been putting my money elsewhere. So we'll see. We'll just cross our fingers and hope that they last long enough. And I do have, I don't know, like fixing insurance type of thing. So as long as it's covered, I can get it, fixed for free. Indigo says, book launch, ? I'm writing a book. I am participating in writing a book. So if you did not know, the Women Changing the World Awards, so the award that I just won, the organization that puts that on, amongst the finalists, they choose 25 people and invite them to write a chapter for an anthology that they write every year. All the proceeds go to the parent nonprofit, which is Dr. Teresa Terai International, and it provides education fees for rural girls in Zimbabwe. So they're not stuck just being, housewives, basically. And they can better their lives and go on to secondary education and higher education. So that's all the proceeds of the book go to that. We've got writing deadlines throughout the summer. And then we will have private pre-launch, I think, with the authors, and then the book will officially be launched for sale November 7th. And that will be in New York City. It is also coinciding with the Women Changing the World America's Awards. I should probably get that link as well. They are open until, I think, like September 9th. If you want to nominate anybody for Women Changing the World, so it needs to be a female. And there are a whole bunch of different categories. I'll get that for my next live and post that so you guys can see. You can check it out. If you go to wcwawards.com, I'm sure you can find it that way. And they are accepting nominations. That's how they do it. You just need to nominate somebody. You need some of their basic information and say why you think they deserve an award. And you can check out the categories. I think there's like 40 different categories, quite a few, for younger people and for people who've been in the business, adults, and for people who've been in the business for a while. So yeah, that is Begin It Now is the name that they have chosen for the book. I will be writing a chapter on my story and resilience and growth and healing with trauma, that sort of thing. Really looking forward to it. I'm super, super excited. I can't wait to be a part of the launch. That is, I don't care what I have to scrimp and save or what I have to give up in order to get to New York City. I will probably be couch surfing for the time that I'm there. So if you are near New York City and looking to be willing to host me at the beginning of November, from I think it's like the 4th through the 7th or something like that, I need to be there. For any of that period of time, let me know. I will take any and all charity when it comes to housing. I'm not picky at all. I just need to be able to get to the location in Manhattan every day. I'm not staying at the hotel that they have set aside for us. Not unless somebody gifts me $5,000 or something like that. The hotels in Manhattan are just outrageous. So that ain't happening. Absolutely. I'm definitely going to be price shopping when it comes to the trip out there, as well as what I'm doing for Salt Lake City. I'm having a little difficulty with the times that fly out of my town and the times that I need to be there. So I haven't set that trip yet. So we'll see. And I'm still raising funds for all of it. If you guys want to send a donation in, my PayPal and Cash App are in every video description. Feel free. Anything helps. I know a lot of people can't, and that's totally fine. I 100% understand. I have been off work this week, so that's kind of taken a little hit for me. But I'm going to try and work as many hours as I possibly can with everything else that I have going on to help save for that, because these are projects that are near and dear to my heart. Being able to be at the book launch means that I will also be part of a panel that will be speaking. All the authors will be speaking at the book launch as well. So it's great exposure for our channel. I'm doing this because of the channel, not because of me, not because of just because of my own story. It is about getting our message out that healing is possible. Trauma is real. It comes in all forms, and there's a place you can go, whether it's looking for resources or looking for community and being able to connect through our chats. So that is the book project in a nutshell. Hey, Jimena, how you doing? No worries. We had some technical difficulties with the project, so we will be posting it here sometime this weekend. We've got to make actually a few edits to it before we do, but you can watch our rough final draft that we posted if you go back on replay. Hi, Joe Della. How you doing? How are things over by you this evening? Because I know that it's evening for you. Will I be able to do a live stream at the book launch? I don't know. Carmel, go ahead. Go ahead if you could. Rudy, we just can't have the numbers issue coming up. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to block you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live stream it. We'll have to see. When we get towards September or October, I'll check in with them. It might be the only way I'm able to live stream it is to have somebody else there, and I could just live stream it through my phone and do parts of it, like the introduction and then my speech. So we'll have to see. Hey, John, how are you doing? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for dropping by. Did I miss anybody else who stopped or commented? I don't think so. Great. All right. So part 2 of the show, second, self-defense tips. Well, my guinea pig skedaddled. I was going to use David, but he left on Thursday. And I was going to use my son then, but he went straight after work to go visit his girlfriend. So I don't have a second person here to show you self-defense like active. So we're just going to talk about some things. First bit, and some of this is going to be basic, more safety tips and not self-defense particularly. But the first point I would make is in regards to situational awareness. Always be aware of your surroundings. Don't be stuck on your phone when you're walking somewhere where it's not very populated, at night, those sort of things. Make sure that you're looking around your car. If you're in a parking lot, try and park under a light if it's at night. I always, ever since I heard this, it's kind of become second habit to me. I always look in my back seat just to make sure that there's nobody got into my car and is hiding there. Sometimes I even look under my car. Just all those things. Thank you, Sharon, for being here. I really appreciate it. Huge shout out to her for doing the lyrics for our song. Greatly appreciated. And look for an email this afternoon. You'll receive it as soon as I am done here. So situational awareness, just be aware of what's around you guys. Trust your gut. Trust your gut instinct. If something doesn't feel right, pay more attention. See if you can figure out where that gut instinct is coming, because that's your second brain. That gut instinct, that's your second brain. That's really connected to our survival. And I don't know about you guys, but I would have made some better choices along my life if I had listened to my gut. It's so easy to dismiss it and go, oh, I'm just being paranoid, or, your brain is thinking and going, is overriding your gut instinct because rationally you're thinking something else, or no, this makes more sense to do it this way, or to trust that person or whatever. And we don't trust our instincts. So especially if it comes to a person or a place that you're in, trust it. All right. I cannot stress this enough, people. Trust your gut instincts. Practice avoidance strategies. These are things like what I already talked about. Parking in a well-lit area, buddy system if you can. If it's late at night and you need to walk to your car, perhaps ask a security guard if there's one around to walk you to the car. Make sure you get in safely. Those sorts of things. Always let somebody know where you're at. Particularly if you're going out for the evening. But if you can, let somebody know where you are. Whenever I go to meet somebody, especially if I'm meeting them for the first time, I always have a safety person who knows where I'm going to be, what times I'm going to be there. I let them know when I leave that place, if I change locations, and when I get home. I just think it's extremely important, because you never know what's going to happen. And I did this one. I just thought, if you're out and about, if you are having a drink, never leave it unattended. It doesn't matter if it's an alcoholic drink or not. If you have to go to the bathroom, take it with you. You never want to risk anybody slipping something into it. So, anybody have any other types of basic safety tips that they can think of? Please shoot them in the chat. I'd love to hear your input on this. Let's see. Janet says, if you feel uncomfortable, take out your phone and turn the video on. That's what my daughter did. It was really helpful when later reporting an incident. That's perfect. If you don't have that function, if you can turn on audio at all, your basic record functions, using your technology was another point that I was going to make. So this is a perfect segue into that. Keep your phone on. Make sure your phone is charged. Make sure it's on. If you have a lock screen, make sure your lock screen is off. You're actually in your phone when you got it in your hand. So if something happens, you have easy access to call somebody. I guess there are apps out there that can link you to 911 with a push of a button, or to a friend, whoever your safety person is, that you can just with the push of a button, let them know, hey, I'm in trouble, and it gives your location. So you might want to check those things out. It depends on your area, depends on where you live. I know some of us don't have the greatest reception at home. I do personally here, but my last one, it was like, you could be in part of the house and you had great reception in another part of the house and it's not. Or on my drive, there's always this, one dead spot that I had to go through. So depends on how well your technology works, what kind of phone you have, how comfortable you are with it. But if you do get any of these apps, I encourage you, become comfortable with them, because the last thing you want to do is be fumbling around to be able to find, your app. Keep it on that main screen that you have, whatever you need to do. Exactly. I say security guard, but you're right. You can ask a manager. Crystal says, if you're leaving a store and don't feel comfortable, ask the managers or someone to walk you to your vehicle. Absolutely. If you're uncomfortable with just one person, see if they can spare two just to walk you to your vehicle. That is a great tip. Joe says, never leave yourself isolated. So if you have the buddy system, if you're out with somebody, make sure that you're leaving with them. Make sure you always know where they are. If you're out dancing and they're sitting back at the table, just keep tabs on each other. Here's a great one. Indigo says, if you use Uber or Lyft, activate rides with PIN codes and share your location with a friend and they can track your ride. Excellent. So there's all these technology things that I just don't know. Yeah, I think a lot of us are conditioned to ignore our guts, right? If any of you grew up with less than stellar childhoods, whether you're male or female, if you were told what to do all the time, if you were told you were wrong, all of that definitely leaves us with a sense of, this is okay, this is right, and we ignore what we feel inside. So we're telling you, you got to do it. Trust yourself. Indigo says, if you're at a restaurant, use the angel shot system. I do not know about this. Angel shot, neat. Staff walk with you to your car. Shot rocks. Staff will call you an Uber or Lyft. With Lime, they will call the police. Oh, is this like code that certain restaurants that staff knows? I'd be interested next time I'm at a restaurant to see if they know about it. I've never heard of it. Crystal says she has an app on her phone with a friend, so her phone can track her, so her friend can track her and know where she is. That's awesome. Yes, there are. I've heard of these. There are straws that will change color if your drink has been tampered with. I know that in some larger cities, they actually use those straws, but you can buy them yourself as well. So just another thing. Kamal says carry mace or some other substance, and that is valid depending on your city, because there can be state and local ordinances as to what types of substance that you can have, whether it's mace, whether it's pepper spray, whether it's something else. I know when we were talking about this last time, somebody said hairspray. Perfect, right? You know, they've got those little mini travel cans of aerosol hairspray, so you could get one of those. And Crystal just seconded me. Mace might be illegal. You can use hairspray. So the angel shot system, Indigo is telling me that yes, it's posted in the bathroom or bar area. Interesting. Let me know in the comments if you have ever come across this, or next time you're out, if you see it. I'd be really interested to know that you saw it posted in a local restaurant. I'm going up in the chat. Hang on. So yeah, I think that we've covered most of those. And Indigo, I possibly could pull up some videos. Honestly, I didn't think about it until the last minute. But I might put out like a shorter video using those. I just have to find ones that I think will work. That's a good idea. Perfect segue. Learn self-defense, guys. Take a class, even if it's just one. But I encourage you to talk to the instructor before you actually take the class. Find out what their qualifications are. Find out how they learned the techniques that they're going to be teaching you. Have they ever had to use anything when they're out? Hopefully not, actually, because the best defense is not being there. And if we take necessary precautions, hopefully we won't ever be put in a situation where we need it. But you never know. This is a perfect example. Janet says a week ago, her daughter had an unleashed dog attack her dog, and she had to give the dog a couple of kicks to get it to go away. You know, this actually just happened with another friend of mine where a dog attacked as well. And she was explaining to me the spots on actually different types of dogs to hit if they're, you know, attacking you. Sometimes it's the chest, sometimes it's the face, depending on how the dog's built. So that was really interesting. I didn't know that. I suppose it's just like people, you know, you have to assess what you have in front of you, and certain people are going to have different vulnerabilities. But learning just the basics of self-defense, you know, I hope you never have to use them. And yes, some of us may have a flight or freeze response. Flight, always a good idea. Run if you can, and run like a crazy woman. I heard the term coined for kids. Tell them to act like a crazy chihuahua. And I thought that was great. But for adults, Jimena, this one's for you. Unleash your inner Mexican, right? So that means just go crazy. You know, if you know anything about self-defense, try to utilize those if your brain is working. Again, we understand trauma responses, and depending on the situation, you may not be able to think, right? And if you can't think of them, but sometimes you get into a situation where you have your initial response, but then you're able to calm down enough to get your brain back online. And then your fight response may be able to kick in at that point. And that's why, even if you're not learning it consistently to where it becomes muscle memory, body memory, you just kind of react and know what to do, it's still there in your brain. And hopefully you can think about those. You can kind of relive the class. You can look at things online, whatever, and keep that in the forefront so that if it ever comes up and you do ever need it, you have it. And what types of things can we do? Well, go for the vulnerable areas: eyes, nose, throat, groin are all going to be very sensitive on everybody. Inner arm, this is one people don't talk about a lot, but especially up here, if you pinch real hard, or the inner thigh, ow, the skin's actually fairly thin right there. And so if you pinch, grab, dig your nails in as hard as you can, say you're being grabbed, that could be enough for that person to let go and you to be able to escape. Because keep in mind, self-defense techniques are all about self-preservation. They're about being able to get you out of the situation. It's not about being able to fight the other person and knock them out or anything. It is about being able to fight the person off enough so that you can flee and that you can get out of that situation. Knowing pressure points, that's another great one to learn. There are certain martial arts that do this a lot, but there are some self classes that will include pressure points as well. This is something you do need to practice, though. You need to know where they are. You need to know how hard to push on them, what way to push on them sometimes. So I don't recommend you trying to learn it just from YouTube. I actually got my son a shirt that says, "Don't worry, I got this." I watched a YouTube video, which is just absolutely perfect for him. I think I'm holding it till his birthday. Janet, have a good day. I will talk to you later. What else? What else did I want to talk about with this? Oh, yes. So depending, and I'll try and find some videos on this. If somebody grabs your wrist, take your wrist and grab it right now. Okay, take your wrist and grab it. And this isn't going to be working for everybody because our anatomy is all different, right? Our anatomy is all different. But if somebody grabbed my wrist like this, okay, I'm going to turn it around so you can see here. If you twist your arm, you're going to notice that it's thinner in one place than it is for another. And that usually is going to cause a person to loosen their grip a little bit because they're trying to grip at a different angle. And usually that is enough. I don't have two hands, but you would grab your hand and just rip it out. So it's harder for them to hold like this, depending on how their grip is. Okay. So that's just kind of a basic one to learn. And Indigo says, I need to take a self-defense class again. Absolutely. It's something that you should do not only once in your life. You know, I would recommend taking one at least every year or so. And there are, I know a lot of martial arts places will do it. They'll be put on by different community organizations. So check with your community. There very well may be a free seminar somewhere that somebody's doing. So So definitely brush up on your skills. So even if you've taken a class in the past, if it's been a while, highly encourage you to take another one. The other thing is your center of gravity. If you're standing up and somebody grabs you, whether it's, grabs you with one hand, grab whatever part of your body, drop. If you can stay on your feet, great, because that's the goal, because you want to be able to get away, right? But drop to the ground or drop low. Get your center of gravity low. And it's a quick movement because they're not expecting that. And most likely they're going to loosen their grip because they didn't realize they were all of a sudden going to be trying to hold on to dead weight. And if you do drop to the ground and you are on the ground, then you can at least roll. Don't try and clamber onto your feet, but roll and then get up on your feet. The rolling does two things. One, it keeps your momentum going and it's easier actually to get up on your feet. And also it's putting more distance between you and the person who's trying to attack you or, trying to get you. Other things you can do is utilize whatever you have around you, whatever's in your hand, whatever you see nearby. If there's something that you can grab, it doesn't matter what it is. So when we say act like a crazy chihuahua, we're talking, kick, punch, scream, yell, hysterics, whatever. You want to cause as big of a scene as you possibly can, right? It is, I heard that one time that yelling fire was better. Sorry, bug. Yelling fire was better than yelling help. But, screaming something like, this man is attacking me. I don't want to be taken. Have some key phrases that you would say if somebody was coming to you. Just leave me alone. Anything like that. So act like a crazed Jimena. Exactly. Unleash your inner Mexican. How about your inner female Mexican? I think that's even crazier. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Crystal asked, and it's a great question, and we'll address it again, that how do these things work when you automatically freeze anytime your anxiety kicks in? You may freeze, and that may be your response. You want to try in that moment to be as calm as possible. And depending on you and the situation, it may not be. And we realize that. But if you can calm yourself at all through breathing, through anything, just enough for your brain to be able to kick online, even though you're having that freeze response, 2 seconds. 2 seconds to be able to get your brain online and your brain to be able to formulate a thought. It takes less time than that, but by the time everything gets through your head and, you're acknowledging it, let's just say 2 seconds. That's all you need. So you just have to try and stay as calm as possible, or do something that interrupts your anxiety response. If you know that you're prone to anxiety and you know that this is going to happen, try and do something to calm yourself before it's even, the situation. Like I said, this isn't stuff that's going to work in every situation or for everybody, because we all do have different responses. But you could find yourself in a situation where your immediate reaction is a freeze response. But the longer that time goes on, your body might calm down enough. Even if your anxiety is still sky high, your body might calm down enough just to let that brain kick in. And if nothing else can kick in, if Crazy Mexican can kick into your brain, and then you can start saying to yourself, all right, this is what I need to do. I need to yell. I need to kick. I need to scream, scratch, bite. Indigo says, absolutely. Whatever you can. Now, if a guy's pointing a gun at you, this may not be the situation to do that, right? Every situation is going to be different. That's why these are just general tips to try and keep in mind. And hopefully they'll work with, hopefully that will work with your situation. Technology, we already talked about that actually. Using what's around you. Talked about that. Yeah, I think I hit all the points that I wanted to talk about. Our safety, the avoidance procedures, avoidance strategies, these are the most important for us, right? We try and do everything we can not to get into a situation. That's not to say that a situation isn't going to find us, regardless of what we do. And that's what all the other stuff is for, right? You're crazy in the best way, Jimena, and we love you for it. Oh my gosh. Carmel, email me, please. I really appreciate it. I will try to as well. Carmel said, have a bag of, carry a roll of quarters. Is that to hit them with? Make sure they're in the plastic because the paper will just break and your quarters will go everywhere and there's then $10 down the drain. Yeah, I think that's everything I want to talk about. So look forward to seeing our final polished version of the Clothesline project montage put together, and we'll post that sometime this weekend. I will get probably a community post up with just a still picture of the collage with all of our t-shirts there, and probably post that there. I don't think I have any other reminders. Like, subscribe, share videos. If you know anybody who likes true crime, share my channel, my second channel, the at Law Ninja Mac. At least that's what it is right now. Still playing around with some names. If you guys have a better name, let me know, or a variation of the name that I've used. I had to add something. I couldn't have just the Law Ninja or just Law Ninja. Those names seem to both be taken, although I could not find a specific channel for them. So I don't know. I know that there is someone who has a group called the Law Ninjas, but it's a group of lawyers and it's not actually a YouTube channel. So I think I'm okay with doing this. But if I have to, if it needs to change a little bit, we'll definitely do that. All right. Anybody have anything else? Whether it was about the Clothesline project or about self-defense tips, if anybody has any final things to share, I am going to be playing the outro. So you've got at least 3 more minutes after I say goodbye to talk to each other and to post anything. If you guys can, please comment after the show, whether it's you're watching me now live or if you're on replay. Really appreciate it, trying to get our content out to as many people as possible so we can help as many people as possible, and bringing all the good people into our community, into our lives. All right. Sounds great. I will talk to you guys later. Let's see, Wednesday. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm switching things around. So we may be doing bystander intervention. I may be doing essay in sports. I'm not sure. I might cover sexual harassment then. So there'll be an interesting topic. I swear all of these I'm going to get to in April. Just which day I'm doing them on might change a little bit depending on the guests that I need to have on for certain that I want to have on. I don't have to, but that I would like to have on for certain subjects. So look for that. I think it'll be great. I'm very much looking forward to having Sharon Byrne back. Hopefully she is going to be discussing sexual assault in people with disabilities. She has cerebral palsy and she's, dealt with having a disability pretty much all her life, I do believe. And so it'll be great to have her on, somebody much more of an expert than I am. And Chris is telling me that he will be, on After the Bars tomorrow night for yard time. Yes. So with Sam Yarborough, who does After the Bars, they are doing a yard time. So convicts talking about stuff. I don't know if they have a particular topic that they're going to cover or it's just talking about their individual experiences, but good luck on that. And you'll have to look for a live to be posted because it doesn't look like they have a thumbnail up yet for that. So I will be on After the Bars at some point in time coming up. Sammy and I are working on some getting together on some of the true crime stuff. I don't know if I'll be live streaming it to my channel as well. It depends on if I hit that 50 subscriber mark or when we hit that 50 subscriber mark. So I might just be doing it on his channel first. And then when I hit the 50, be able to live stream it over to my channel too. So if you guys have anything that you would like to see, anything that you would like me to cover on my second channel, you can email me, survivingtogether@gmail.com. I don't have an email set up for my second channel yet because I am still kind of batting around the handle name. I really want to set on that. And then whatever I set that as, that's what I'm going to get my email as. I don't want to have to close down an email and do all that kind of stuff. So I will get one as soon as I can. Or you can leave a comment on a video, any video that I put up. You can leave a comment on there saying, have you heard about this case or have you heard about that case? You want to cover this? And it doesn't have to be something that is now. It doesn't have to be a current case. There's a lot of cases that have happened in the past that I don't think got the attention that they needed to, whether it was because of other things that happened in the news at the same time or because of the time that it was, how long ago it was. There just wasn't the option like we have now. One last thing that I wanted to mention in terms of safety tips. Please, guys, watch what you post. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram, but I know those are two huge social media platforms that people like to share their lives on. But just be careful about what you share, especially your day-to-day stuff. I'm going to be here at this time, or I'm going to that restaurant, or, things like that. I'm going to be on vacation. Oh my gosh, that is a wonderful way to invite robbers into your home, right? Because they know exactly when you're going to be gone. So just be careful. You can say I'm going on vacation this month or this week or, something like that, but just try and be less detailed, I guess, is what I'm saying. And we're 35. Yay, 15 more subs and we can go live. So that's great. If you can shout it out from the rooftops, if you guys have channels, if you can mention it on your channels too, I'd appreciate it. I really want to try and get that number up just so that I can have the ability to go live. And then the channel will grow how it's going to grow from there. I don't care beyond that. I'm not going into this trying to hit particular numbers. I'm not going into this in order to get ad revenue or anything. I'm just doing it as a separate place to be able to put the true crime content so that everyone's as comfortable as possible. I know that there's some content that, is triggering for people and they'd rather not have it here. So I'd rather cover other things during my regular live times. And I either have to make a separate time for a live on this channel, or I might as well just do it on a separate channel. And you guys can tune in to watch over there if it's something that you're still interested. 36, I now have 2 accounts. Good point, because I don't know if I subbed myself on my other account, so I'll have to check. That might be something that I can do. So yeah, if you have multiple accounts, get me to 50, guys. I definitely don't. I'm not buying subs. That's not something. That's not who I am, and I don't want the channels to grow that way. It's not that important to me. So, all right. With that, please remember, you are worthy, you are valuable, and you are loved just the way you are for who you are. So giant hugs and love from me. Surviving Together, never alone. That will definitely be on merch. I can guarantee you. All right. Enjoy this outro that was put together by our very own Jimena, and I am in the process of getting a video for. Have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you Wednesday.
Through the fire, through the rain, we have walked through endless pain, but we stand, we rise again, stronger now, we break the chain, surviving together, hearts open wide, lifting each other through every tide. The past may have shaped us, but it won't define. Together we heal, together we shine. Every tear, every scar tells the story of who we are. Not just survivors, but warriors too. With love as our armor, we see this through. We see you, we hear you, and we believe in you. Surviving together, hearts open wide, lifting each other through every tide. The past may have shaped us, but it won't define. Together we heal, together we shine. We see you, we hear you, and we believe in you.